So recently, I've been rewatching Better Call Saul. That's got to be. So recently, I've been rewatching Better Call Saul. That's got to be one of my favorite TV shows of all time. It's between that, Breaking Bad, and BoJack Horseman as my three horsemen of my favorite TV shows. I think that joke worked a little bit better in my head, but right now, Better Call Saul is my favorite TV show, and because of that, because I'm rewatching it and thinking about it a lot, I get a lot of extra content, like reels, shorts, TikTok, YouTube videos, things like that. And when it comes to the Emmys and other award shows, there is one common sentiment when it comes to Better Call Saul.
And the Emmy goes to Rami Malek.
And the Emmy goes to Sterling K. Brown.
Award shows occupy a strange space. People care what they have to say until they say something that they don't agree with. They have this aura of excellence and knowing what they're talking about, but as anyone making an opinionated piece, they can't be correct, because it's not really a thing that really can be. The problem I have with large groups giving their overall opinion about things is that the usefulness of what they're giving, the opinions, the criticism, gets mixed up in a sea of names and just people saying things. This applies to things like Emmys and other award shows, but also just like large critic groups like IGN. Let's take a step back. Why do we watch criticism award shows and things like this? Besides entertainment, it's to learn whether or not to play, do, watch, use something. It's to know whether we would enjoy it or it would be useful to us or whatever. You want to learn about what it is. But to understand the review, to have the review be useful to you, you have to understand the reviewer.
For example, the FNAF 2 movie has two very different ratings. The critics hate it, but the fans love it. The question is, of course, what do you listen to? Who do you listen to? The answer changes based off of who you are.
So if you're a fan of the FNAF franchise, you're probably going to love the movie, but if not, if you're looking for something more cinematic, more like a general movie that you're going to like, you probably won't. This is why reviews from anyone can be useful. They help people similar to the reviewer find out whether they'd like or enjoy or have something be useful to them. Sure, the random FNAF fan that really likes the movie might not know all about like how to make a movie or all these specific things, but someone who is in the same boat as the FNAF fan, i.e. other FNAF fans, can use that review to say, hey, I should watch this. Though most FNAF fans watch it anyway. The problem with larger groups is the voice of the person gets lost within a sea of other voices. When you don't know who's talking, how do you know how to use the review?
In Donkey's video game critics, I don't know why it's so funny to cite Donkey, but here we go. He talks about how
critics fucking suck.
No, that's the wrong one. Play the other one.
The first issue I have with gaming outlets is how their opinions are so decentralized. When you have multiple writers working on a website, you can lose track of who's actually talking.
So if the power, the usefulness of a review comes from the ability for you to understand the reviewer, and the reviewer's name or voice is lost from the sea of other names and voices, and you don't know who they are, then the review loses its power.
That brings me back to the Emmys. What's the point of mashing tons of opinions together to find the best thing? Well, bragging rights and advertising. And just the fact that competition can be fun. Debating why they're wrong or feeling validated in your opinions can feel good. Though ultimately, whatever the answer is, who cares? switching to something I'm a little more familiar with, the Game Awards. To judge what the best game of the year is, even if you try to be as objective as possible, there is still plenty of things that you are going to have to use your opinion to judge. What do you value more? Story, gameplay, graphics, voice acting, animation, art style? How much more do you value one than the other? What genre is your favorite? What genres do you hate? All of these things can change what the best game is, and they're your opinion. The same thing can go for movies, TV shows. Like, some things just hit different to different people. There's no way to be completely objective when judging something, and especially when you don't know why they're making those decisions, i.e., you not knowing the reviewer, there's no real point. So, the Emmys, the Game Awards, the winners don't really matter because you don't know why they chose them. You don't know who's saying it. They don't try to tell you why. Not a fault of anyone specific, that's just none of those shows work, and that also shows you that there's a reason why these shows are just kind of there for entertainment, not really a concrete purpose otherwise.
So next time you're watching an award show and they pick something you didn't like that won, or didn't pick something that you did like, just remember, who cares? It seems like it matters. It seems like there's a lot of prestige behind the company or whatever you're watching. But really, it's just a bunch of guys pushing their opinions together. So, who cares? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that Expedition 33 won, okay? Okay, Ian? I'm gonna put this in for you, and tell me if you see it, because I'm not gonna tell you that I put this in, so I'll know if you watch the whole video. Yeah, so thank you for watching. I just thought this was a cool little thing I could do over winter break. It only took me a few days. Hopefully, still have to edit this at the time of recording. So yeah. Yeah. So if you want to see more of this stuff, you could like and subscribe, as one says, but I don't have anything else. I mean, I will. I'll make another video. It should be another short film. Should be starting a couple other projects next year. Go watch something else we made. I mean, some of it's me, some of it's a group, but yeah. Pow. Thanks for watching.